We are going to discuss about the problems on short circuit on a synchronous generator. Okay, in the last class, we already discussing the one problem that will be related to the short circuits on the synchronous generator. Okay, this is the Z bus. Okay, for a 3-bus system. Okay, this is the Z bus for a 3-bus system. Okay, the pre-fault voltage is 1 per unit. Okay, the system was unloaded before the fault. Okay, three-phase fault occur at the bus 2. Okay, the post fault voltage at the bus 3 and the bus 1 in per units. Calculate the per unit fault current values at the bus 1 and the bus 2. Okay, we are having how many buses are there? We are having the 3 buses. Okay, bus 1, bus 2 and the bus 3. And then bus 1, the pre-voltage is the 1 per unit. The system was the unloaded. Okay, at bus 2, we are obtaining the three-phase faults and the post-fault voltage is at buses 3 and the 1. Okay, and then we find the what is the fault currents at bus 1 and the bus 2. Okay, before going to solve the problem, first we can write the single line diagram for that system. Okay, we are having the 3 buses, that is 1, 2, 3. Okay, first of all, we are having the connection between the first bus 1 to bus 2 and 1 to 3 and 1 to 2. Okay, we are having the voltages, that is V1, V2, V3. Okay, therefore the pre-fault is pre-fault. Okay, therefore pre-fault equal to what we will be given the pre-fault. When the pre-fault will be obtained, the voltage is V1 dash is equal to 1 per unit and V2 dash is equal to 1 per unit and V3 dash is equal to 1 per unit. Okay, we will notate the pre-fault means the 1 dash. Okay, dash, and during the fault means the square. Okay, we will give the notation for that. During the fault is square and post fault is cube. Okay, therefore in the question only we are giving the pre-fault voltage. Okay, this is the pre-fault voltage, that is 1 per unit of the system. Okay, for that reason, okay, we are giving the V1 dash is equal to 1 per unit, V2 dash is also equal to 1 per unit and V3 dash is equal to 1 per unit. Next, during the fault, okay, during the fault, okay, the before the fault, a 3-phase fault occur at the bus 2. The post-fault voltage at bus 3 and bus 2, bus 1 in the per units. Okay, calculate the per unit fault current at bus 1 and the 3. Okay, therefore we are mention, okay, during the fault V1 square and V2 square, V3 square. Okay, and post fault means V1 cube, V2 cube, V3 cube. Okay, this is the voltage at the bus 1, bus 2, bus 3. Okay, cube means the post fault condition, square means during fault condition, pre-fault means 1. Okay, in the question only we are giving the pre-fault condition. Okay, that's voltage is 1 per unit. Okay, that's why we are considering as V1 dash is equal to 1, V2 dash is equal to 1 and V3 dash is also equal to 1. Okay, therefore post fault. Okay, therefore we can write the formula for that post fault, that is V1 cube is equal to V1 square minus, sorry, V1 dash minus V1 square. Okay, V1 dash minus V1 square. Okay, V1 dash is the pre-fault and V1 square is the during the fault condition. Okay, when we are obtaining the post fault, okay, pre-fault minus during fault, okay, then we obtain the post fault. Okay, pre-fault minus during fault. Okay, therefore we are obtaining the post fault condition. Okay, similarly we can write the equations for V3 dash. Okay, therefore V2 power 3, V2 power 3 means the voltage at bus 2 for post fault condition, voltage at bus 2 for post fault condition. Similarly, voltage at bus 3 for post fault condition. Okay, voltage at bus 2 for post fault condition is equal to voltage at bus 2 for pre-fault condition minus voltage at bus 2 for during fault condition. Okay, similarly, you can write the formula for V3 cube. Okay, V3 means the voltage at bus 3, cube means post fault condition. Okay, is equal to V3 dash. V3 dash means voltage at bus 3 for pre-fault condition. Next, voltage at bus 3 for during fault condition. Okay, this is the formula for that post fault condition voltages for all the buses. Okay, we are having the 3 buses. That's why we are writing the V1 cube, V2 cube and V3 cube. Okay, these are all the post fault condition voltages. Okay, next formula for V1 square. Okay, V1 square means the during fault condition. Okay, during fault condition at bus 1 voltage is equal to IF into Z12. Okay, IF into Z12. IF is the fault current and Z12 is the element between the 1 and the 2 element. Okay, similarly, write the formula for voltage at bus 3 during fault condition. Okay, voltage at bus 3 during fault condition. Okay, this is the voltage at bus 3 during fault condition formula, and this is the voltage at bus 1 during fault condition formula. Okay, IF into 3 means voltage at bus 3 means Z32. Okay, what is meant by Z32? Okay, this is the V1. V1 is Z1 and 2 is the during fault condition. Okay, then we are mentioned this is the Z12. Similarly, V3 square means, okay, we are taking as Z32. Okay, we are taking as Z32. Okay, 3 is the old bus 3 and 2 is the during fault condition. Okay, that's why we can write the formula for that. V3 square is equal to IF into Z32. IF into Z32. Okay, then IF is equal to V by X22 or V by Z22. Okay, or V by Z22. Okay, what is the voltage? 1. Okay, that will be given in the question. That is the 1. Okay, then Z22. Okay, in the question we obtain the Z matrix, that is, okay, this is the Z matrix and this value is Z11. Okay, Z12 and Z13. Similarly, Z21, Z22 and Z23. Okay, similarly, Z31, Z32 and Z33. Okay, and substitute the values in the voltage. Okay, this is the V by Z22. Okay, therefore Z22 is equal to J0.24. Okay, Z22 is equal to J0.24. Okay, then we substitute Z22 is J0.24. Okay, after that we calculate the V1 square. Okay, normally the voltage formula, normally current I equal to V by Z. Okay, I equal to V by Z, therefore V by Z22. Okay, then IF is equal to minus J 4.16. Okay, why? Because we are calculating the IF at 22 means, okay, the fault will be obtained at bus 2. Okay, 3-phase fault occur at bus 2. Okay, that's big. That's why. Okay, that is the reason when we are calculating the IF current. Okay, therefore IF is equal to V by Z22. Why? Because we are considering as Z22 means, okay, the fault will be obtained at bus 2. Okay, therefore we are calculating the fault current at bus 2. Okay, that is the main reason for considering as Z22. Okay, therefore V is equal to 1 and Z22 value is J 0.24. J 0.24. J 0.24. Okay, this is the fault current. Okay, this is the fault current. Okay, after calculating the fault current, okay, we calculate the, after calculating the fault current, okay, we calculate the V1 square. Okay, V1 square. Okay, what is the formula for that V1 square? IF into Z12. Okay, what is the IF? That is minus J 4.16 per unit. Okay, substitute IF is equal to, okay, therefore IF is equal to minus J 4.16 minus J 4.16 into Z12. Okay, what is the value for that Z12? Okay, therefore this is the Z12. This is Z11 and this is the Z12, that is J 0.08. Substitute J minus 4.16 into J 0.08. J 0.08. Okay, this is the voltage at bus 1 during fault condition. Okay, this is the voltage at bus 1 during the fault condition. Next, we calculate the voltage at bus 3. Okay, voltage at bus 3 during the fault condition. Okay, that is IF into Z32. Okay, what is the value for that IF? That is J 4.16. Okay, what is the value for that IF? J 4.16 into Z32. Okay, into Z32. Okay, this is the Z31 and this is the Z32 value. Okay, what is the value? That is J 0.16. Okay, J 0.16. Okay, that is J 0.16. Okay, that is J 0.16. Okay, this is the voltage at bus 3 during the fault condition. Okay, this is the voltage at bus 1 during the fault condition. Okay, after calculating the V1 square and V3 square, then we calculate the V1 cube. Okay, what is the V1 cube? Voltage at bus 1 during post fault condition. Okay, voltage at bus 1 during post fault condition. Okay, what is the formula? V1 dash minus V2, sorry, V1 power 1 minus V1 power 2. Okay, then substitute V1 power 1 is equal to 1 per unit. Okay, that already given in the question. Okay, therefore 1 minus 1 square, V1 square. Okay, V1 square value is 0.33. Okay, this is minus. Okay, 1 minus 0.33. Okay, then we obtain 0.67 per unit. Okay, this is the voltage at bus 1 during post fault condition. Okay, this is the voltage at bus 1 during post fault condition. Okay, similarly, we calculate the voltage at bus 2 and bus 3. Okay, voltage at bus 3 during post fault condition is equal to V3 dash minus V3 square. Okay, V3 power 1 is 1 per unit and we calculate the V3 power 2. Okay, that is the voltage of bus 3 during fault condition. Okay, that will be calculated in the previous slide. Okay, its value is 0.66. Okay, its value is 0.66. Okay, then we obtain the voltage at bus 3, okay, voltage at bus 3 during the post fault condition, okay, during the post fault condition, okay, it is 0.34 per unit, okay, it is 0.34 per unit. Next, bus 1 fault current, okay, next we calculate the fault current at bus 1, okay, therefore if is equal to V2 dash, okay, V2 dash means voltage at bus 2, okay, during the fault condition, okay, voltage at bus 2 during the pre-fault condition by Z11, okay, why? Because we are considering as Z11 the fault will be obtained at bus 1, okay, therefore V2 power at bus 2, this is 2. Sorry, it says V1 power 2. Okay, that means voltage at bus 1 during faulted condition, okay, by Z11, during fault condition by Z11, okay, and that is 0.33 by, what is the Z11? The J 0.16, okay, that will be given in the matrix. Okay, similarly we calculate the bus 3 fault current, okay, in the previous slide we already calculating the bus 2 fault current, and then we calculate the bus 3 fault current, okay. IF is equal to, okay, this is V3 square, that is voltage at bus 3, okay, during the faulted condition. Why? Because we are calculating that faulted current at bus 3 means, okay, we already calculating the fault current at bus 2 and bus 1, okay, then we calculate the fault current at bus 3, okay, formula is IF is equal to V3 square, okay, voltage at bus 3 during fault, and IF is equal to, at bus 1, the fault current is IF is equal to V1 power 2. Okay. Why? Because we are considering as V1 power 2 voltage at bus 1 during fault. Okay. Why? Because we are considering as voltage at bus 1. We are calculating the fault current at bus 1. Okay. That's why we are considering as V1. Okay, we are calculating the fault current at bus 3. Okay, that's why we are considering as V3. Okay, suppose we are calculating the fault current at bus 2. Okay, then the voltage formula is, that is V2 square. Okay, V2 square means the voltage at bus 2 during fault condition. Okay, power 2 represent the during fault condition and power 1 represents the pre-fault condition, and power 3 represents the post-fault condition. Okay, power 3 represents the post-fault condition. Okay, this is the bus 1 fault current and this is the bus 3 fault current. Okay, therefore, okay, we will well known about the fault current formulas. Okay, suppose the fault will be obtained at bus 1 means first V1 power 2 by Z1 by Z11. Similarly, at bus 2, we calculate the fault current, that is IF is equal to, bus 2 means we are considering as the V2. Okay, during fault is 2. V2 power 2 by Z22. V2 power 2 by Z22. Okay, similarly, we calculating the fault current at bus 3. Okay, that is VF. Okay, similarly, we calculate the fault current at bus 3, that is VF. Okay, therefore, that is V3. V3 is voltage at bus 3 square means during fault condition. Okay, by Z3. Okay, this is the formulas for calculating the fault current at various buses. Okay, this is the fault current at bus 1 and this is the fault current at bus 2 and this is the fault current at bus 3. Okay, by using these formulas, okay, we calculate the fault currents at various stages. Okay, understand, ma? Next, okay, the bus impedance matrix at a 4 bus is given by, okay, at a 4 bus, okay, the bus impedance matrix is given by, this is the second problem, at a 4 bus, the bus impedance matrix is given by, okay, in the previous class, okay, we are finding the fault currents at 3 buses. Okay, in this case, we are considering as the 4 bus Z matrix or the 4 bus impedance matrix. Okay, this is the Z bus matrix. Okay, and then we determining the pre-fault voltages are at bus 1 per unit. Okay, all the pre-fault voltages is 1 per unit. A 3-phase fault occurs at bus 4. Okay, in the previous case, the fault occurs at bus 2. Okay, but in the present problem, the fault occurs at bus 4. Okay, then calculate the post fault voltages. Okay, then we calculate the post fault voltages. Okay, we already well known about the fault current formula. Okay, where the fault will be obtained in the question. Okay, we are obtaining the 3-phase fault occur at bus 4. Okay, the 3-phase fault occur at bus 4. Okay, then what is the formula for that IF current? Therefore, IF is equal to V by X44. Okay, V by X44 or the Z44. Okay, in the question we are giving the impedance matrix. Okay, therefore, in the formula we are using the Z. Okay, formula for fault current is V by Z44. Okay, this is the Z matrix. Okay, in that we are having the 4 buses. Okay, therefore it is represented as Z11, Z12, okay, Z13, and this is the Z14, and this is the Z21. Okay, similarly like that, this is the Z41 up to this is Z44. Okay, this is Z44. Okay, this is the 4 bus system. Okay, first of all, we draw the single line diagram. Okay, and then we calculate the fault currents. Okay, this is the formula for obtaining at bus 4. Okay, next we calculate that during the fault. Okay, during the fault at bus 1. Okay, V1. Okay, what is the formula for that V1? V square. V1 square means voltage at bus 1 during fault condition. Okay, voltage at bus 1 during fault condition is equal to IF. IF is the fault current into Z14 into Z14. Okay, what is the value for Z14? Z14 equal to J0.07. Okay, therefore Z14 equal to J0.07 into IF is J0.8. IF is J8.3. J8.3. Okay, substitute the values, then we obtain. Okay, voltage at bus 1 during faulted condition. Voltage at bus 1 during faulted condition. Okay. Similarly, we calculate at bus 3. What is the formula for that bus 3? V3 square. V3 square means voltage at bus 3 during fault condition and voltage at bus 2 during fault condition. Okay, voltage at bus 3 during fault condition. Okay, voltage at bus 3 during fault condition means V3 square. Okay, therefore, what is the formula for V3 square? Voltage at bus 3 during fault condition is equal to IF into Z34. Okay, IF is already calculated in the previous slide and Z34 is there in the given question. Okay, and then we calculate the bus 2, that is voltage at bus 2 during fault condition. Okay, voltage at bus 2 during fault condition, V2 square is equal to IF into Z24. Okay, IF into Z24. Okay, IF is already calculated and Z24 is given in the question. Okay, then at bus 4. Okay, at bus 4, during the fault condition at bus 4, then it is equal to the 0. Okay, then it is equal to the 0. Okay, next we calculate the post fault voltages. Next we calculate the post fault voltages. Okay, this is the during fault conditions. Next, we calculate the post-fault voltages at bus 1, bus 2, and bus 3 and bus 4. Okay, what is the at bus 1? Okay, V1 power 3. Okay, V1 power 3 means voltage at bus 1 during post-fault condition is equal to voltage at bus 1 pre-fault condition minus voltage at bus 1 during fault condition. Okay, this is the formula for calculating the post-fault voltage at bus 1. And this is the formula calculating the post-fault voltage at bus 2. Okay, V2 power 3. Okay, therefore V2 power 3 is the voltage at bus 2 during post-fault condition. Okay, is equal to voltage at bus 2 during pre-fault condition minus voltage at bus 2 during fault condition. Okay, similarly we calculate that bus 3 V3 power 3. Okay, therefore V3 power 3 is voltage at bus 3 during post-fault condition is equal to V3 power 1 minus V3 power 2. Okay, V3 power 1 is the voltage at bus 3 during pre-fault condition minus voltage at bus 3 during post-fault condition. Sorry, during the fault condition. Okay, similarly, we calculate the bus 4 voltage, that is voltage at bus 4 during the post-fault. V4 power cube equal to V4 power 1 minus V4 power 2. Okay, V4 power 1 minus V4 power 2. Okay, this is also voltage at bus 4. Next, calculate the subtransient currents at bus voltages. Okay, what is the formula for subtransient currents at faulted condition? Okay, that is IF1. Okay, IF1 is V1 square by Z11. Okay, V1 square by Z11. V1 means voltage at bus 1 during fault condition. Okay, this formula is already discussed in the previous slides. Okay, therefore, IF2 is equal to V2 square by Z22. Voltage at bus 2 during fault condition by Z22. Next, IF3. Next, IF3 is equal to V3 square by Z33. Okay, V3 square means voltage at bus 3 during fault condition by Z33. And IF4 is the voltage at bus 4. Okay, during fault condition by Z44. Okay, by Z44. Z11, Z22, Z33, Z44. Okay, that already given in the Z matrix. Okay, in the question. And V1 square is the voltage at bus 1 during faulted condition. Okay, voltage at bus 1 during the faulted condition. Okay, that is V1 square. Okay, by using this formula, we will calculate the V1 square, V3 square, V2 square, V4 square. Okay, then substitute all these values in this formula and Z values. Okay, then we obtain IF1, IF2, IF3 and IF4. Okay, these are the subtransient currents or the short circuit currents. Okay, that will be obtained at all the buses. Okay, the subtransient currents. Okay, that will be obtained at all the buses. Okay, this is the subtransient currents obtained at bus 1 and this is the subtransient current obtained at bus 2 and this is the subtransient current, okay, that will be obtained at bus 3 and this is the subtransient current that will be obtained at bus 4. Okay, these are the values for the subtransient currents at all the buses. Okay, next coming to the next model, determine the fault currents in a three-phase bolted fault occurs. Okay, determine the fault currents at the three-phase bolted bus faults occurs. Okay, we are having the bus 3, bus 2 and bus 3. Okay, and assumptions are no load condition. VI is 1 at an angle of 0 degrees. And we are having the single line diagram for all the buses. Okay, this is the 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we calculate the fault current at bus 3, bus 2 and bus 1. Okay, then we calculate the fault current at bus 3, bus 2 and bus 1. Okay, and also in the question we are representing the XD double dash is equal to 8% and XD double dash is equal at bus 2 is 12%. Okay, then we calculate the fault current at all the buses. First of all, we are calculating the Z bus matrix. Okay, this is the generator and this is also generator. Okay, the two generators are connected at bus 1 and the bus 2. Okay, this is the bus 1 and this is the bus 2. And this is the equivalent reactance diagram for this given single line diagram. Okay, this is the single line diagram. Okay, that will be given in the question. Okay, by using this single line diagram, we calculate the fault currents at the bolted faults occurs at bus 3, bus 2 and the bus 1. Okay, by using this single line diagram, okay, by using this single line diagram, first we are calculating the reactance diagram. Okay, what is the equivalent reactance diagram for the generators? That is the reactance in series with the voltage source. But in this, there is no representation of that voltage source. And okay, we are having the element between the 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. Okay, therefore we are representing 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. Okay, therefore that reactance values are, okay, that will be given in the question. Generator 1 is 8% and generator 2 is 12%. Okay, 8% means 0.08 and 12% is J0.12. Okay, and the element is, okay, this element value is 1, J0.1. Okay, this is the element 1 and this is the element 2, that is J0.1 and J0.1. Okay, in this we are representing that values. Okay, that is J0.1. Okay, this is J. Okay, element 1 value is J0.1 and this is also J0.1. Okay, and then by using this single line diagram, first of all, we are calculating the reactance diagram. Okay, first of all, we are calculating the reactance diagram. Okay, the equivalent reactance for the generator is reactance in series with the voltage source. Okay, but in this case, we are not representing that voltage source, only we are representing the reactance value and the elements are represented in the line. Okay, dark line. Okay, this is the 1 to 2 element and 2 to 3 element. Okay, after drawing the reactance diagram, okay, then form the Z-bus matrix by using the Z-bus building algorithm. Okay, understand ma? After drawing the reactance diagram, okay, by using this single line diagram, okay, and then we form the Z-bus matrix by using the Z-bus building algorithm. Okay, in the third unit, we already studied how to form the Z-bus building algorithm. Okay, we are having the 4 types of modifications are there, that is type 1 modification, type 2 modification, type 3 and type 4 modifications. Okay, by using all the 3 types of modifications, okay, by using all the 3 types of 4 types of modifications, okay, we form the Z-bus matrix by using the Z-bus building algorithm. Okay, these are the various steps for forming the Z-bus building algorithms. Okay, in the next class, we continue the same problem. Okay, the remaining problem will be discussed in the next class. Okay, thank you.